This video is about aneuploidy versus polyploidy. We all know that our cell contains nucleus. This is the nucleus. Inside the nucleus there will be chromosomes. Inside the chromosomes there will be DNAs. And DNAs are covered with histone proteins. And this DNA contain bases, that is purine bases and pyrimidine bases. Adenine and guanine are the purine bases and thymine and cytosine are the pyrimidine bases. So adenine always paired with the thymine with the 2 hydrogen bond and guanine always pairs with the cytosine with the 3 hydrogen bonds. Now coming to the ploidy. Every features of our body, that is our color of the eye, color of hair, our height and shape of our eye or our skin color, etc. all are determined by the genes located on our chromosomes. So all these features are determined by the genes. They are located on our chromosome. Genes are the instruction for building our bodies. Genes are the instruction for building our bodies and chromosomes are the structures that carry genes. So the chromosomes carry the genes and genes are the instruction for building our bodies. So our body contains many genes and these genes are located on several chromosomes and that used to construct all our features. So the chromosome contains so many genes that genes are responsible for our features, all the features. In our body there are 2 sets of 23 chromosomes. 2 sets of 23 chromosomes that gives the instruction for our bodies. And these numbers represent what is known as our ploidy number. So which is the number of sets of chromosome a species has. So ploidy means it is the number of sets of chromosomes a species has. Humans are considered to be diploid because we have 2 sets of chromosomes. 2 sets of 23 chromosomes. So we are considered as diploid because we have 2 sets. And we can easily remember that by recalling that the prefix di means 2. Diploid is abbreviated as 2n. 2n. Diploid means 2n. There are many other animals that are also diploid. They are most mammals, dogs, cats, whales, dolphins, all are diploids. Once more, ploidy definition, that is genetic material in eukaryotic cell is present in the form of chromosomes. And these chromosomes are composed of proteins called histones and deoxyribonucleic acid DNA. And DNA forms the genetic code providing instruction for the process of protein synthesis, which is vital for the cell's biological structure and function. So the genetic material in eukaryotes present in the chromosome and the chromosome contains histones and DNA gives the genetic information for the synthesis of protein and that protein is important for the biological structure and function. And DNA is double-stranded molecule. It composed of monomers known as nucleotides. The nucleotides composed of 3 main structures. They are phosphate group, pentose sugar and deoxyribose. And a nitrogenous base that is purines or pyrimidines. The sequence of nucleotides in a DNA segment is which determine which protein to be synthesized. So the sequence of DNA determine which proteins to be synthesized. A segment of DNA responsible for one or specific protein or phenotype is called a gene. So the segment of DNA which is responsible for one specific protein or phenotype that is called gene. And the number of chromosome in a cell is referred to as ploidy. Human cell refers as diploid because they contain two sets of chromosome called homologous chromosome. The two sets of chromosomes exist in each cell. One set originates from mother and the other from the father. So the human chromosomes are diploid and contain two sets of 23 homologous chromosomes. One set is from the mother and the other set is from the father. The diploid number in humans is 46, that is 2n. Two sets of 23 chromosomes. Two sets of 23 chromosomes, that is 46. 23 chromosomes are of maternal origin and the other 23 are of paternal origin. Next is polyploidy. Polyploidy, the phenomenon in which a cell has more than two sets of chromosome, is referred to as polyploidy. The human contains two sets of 23 chromosome. Similarly, if there is more than two sets of chromosome, that is known as polyploidy. And polyploidy is common in many different organisms such as plants, fish and amphibians. Triploidy is the phenomenon in which three sets of chromosome exist within a cell. Triploidy is seen in organisms such as flowering plants. Triploidy can occur in humans, but the resulting fetus would be miscarried during early pregnancy. Triploidy could result from the incorrect division of maternal chromosome. There are two types of polyploidy. They are autopolyploidy and allopolyploidy. Autopolyploidy and allopolyploidy. Autopolyploidy involves the presence of the same genotype across all sets of chromosomes. That is, autopolyploidy involves the presence of same genotype, while allopolyploidy involves different genotypes across the chromosome. So the genotypes will be same in the autopolyploidy, but in the case of allopolyploidy, it involves different genotypes across the chromosome. Now, examples of polyploidy. Triploidy, when there are three sets of chromosome present in the cell, whereas tetraploidy refers to the presence of four sets of chromosome in the cell. Many plants such as bananas are polyploidy. So the polyploidy means more than two sets of chromosomes, and examples of polyploidy include triploidy and tetraploidy. Triploidy means it contains three sets of chromosome. Tetraploidy means it contains four sets of chromosomes. Now, euploidy. Euploidy is the state in which a cell has multiple sets of chromosomes, which is 2 in humans, hence adding the prefix di. So, multiple sets of chromosomes, that is known as euploidy. Next is aneuploidy. On some occasions, errors in cell division can cause an incorrect number of chromosomes to be present in human cells, causing an array of disorders, and this originates from the process of gamete formation. That is, the gametes such as sperm and egg contain only one set of chromosomes, so they are referred to as haploid cells. The haploid gametes fuses upon sexual reproduction and fertilization to restore the diploid number. If one gamete had the wrong number of chromosomes upon fertilization, it would result an embryo with abnormalities in chromosome numbers and is known as aneuploidy. That is, gamete and sperm, gametes such as sperm and egg contain only one set of chromosomes, so they are known as haploid cell. During the gamete fusion upon sexual reproduction and fertilization, they restore the diploid number. And if one gamete had wrong number of chromosome, upon fertilization it will result an embryo with abnormalities in chromosome number, and that is known as aneuploidy. That is, in some instances there may be an extra chromosome or a missing chromosome. When an egg or sperm with an abnormal number of chromosome is joined with a normal egg or sperm, then the resulting fertilized cell will not have 46 chromosome. This is referred to as aneuploidy. So, the abnormalities in the number of chromosomes is known as aneuploidy. In such persons, we can see 45 or 47 chromosomes. Since there is a change in the number of chromosomes, then these individuals are no longer considered to be diploid or 2n because their chromosome numbers are different, not 46. They are 45 or 47. So they are not considered to be diploid or 2n. If there is only one less chromosome, then they are known as monosomic and abbreviated as 2n-1, that is equal to 45. In the case of human beings, it is 45. If there is one extra chromosome, then they are trisomic and 2n plus 1, that is 47. So, if they have less one chromosome less, they are monosomic, and one extra chromosome, they are known as trisomic. Now we can discuss the examples of aneuploidy. Down syndrome. It is a disorder that results from an extra copy of one chromosome. The most common cause of Down syndrome is an extra copy of chromosome 21. So, these people are called trisomy 21. That is, 21st chromosome is extra, that is 2n plus 1. So, they are known as trisomy 21. Next one is Klinefelter syndrome. There may be also changes in the number of chromosomes that determine what sex we are. A very common disorder is resulting from an extra Y chromosomes. This happens when a sperm cell contains two Y chromosomes that joins with an egg cell that has one normal X chromosome. This individual with an extra Y chromosome is still male, but they are usually bigger than average male. And this syndrome is known as Klinefelter syndrome. They have one Y chromosome, extra Y chromosome. So we can discuss the difference between aneuploidy and polyploidy. Aneuploidy is the phenomenon in which a cell can have one or a couple of chromosomes missing or present in surplus. That is, one chromosome missing or surplus. On the other hand, polyploidy refers to the presence of extra complete sets of chromosomes. So, polyploidy means complete sets of chromosomes, extra complete sets of chromosomes. But in the case of aneuploidy, there is only number of chromosomes, missing one chromosome or extra one chromosome, like that. So, this is the difference between the aneuploidy and polyploidy. Thank you.